I'm sick of cooking. Let's go out for dinner. Let someone else cook and do the dishes. But wait, I had the rare opportunity the other day to look behind the scenes of a commercial kitchen. And I can tell you, it wasn't pretty. I think some of you may be in shock. Now let me ask you a question. Do you assume that when you go out to a restaurant, that the food you eat is prepared by the chef? I think you may not be expecting this. The kitchen that I was able to visit the other day is the kitchen of a steak restaurant. So on their menu are normal things like burgers, steaks, fries, wedges, calamari, ribs that all my family love. But I wasn't expecting this. When I got into their pantry, I found massive boxes of instant potato mash. Instant potato mash? Really? What's so hard in peeling potatoes, boiling potatoes, and making a potato mash like our mum did? Their salad dressing was from Kraft. I checked the labels and of course it was full of nasty oils, salt, sugar, emulsifiers, colors, and many other nasty ingredients. The sauce béarnaise I found was from Knorr in a Tetra Pak. I don't even use stuff like that in my own kitchen, let alone expecting this in a restaurant. I was in for a shock when I opened the freezer and I found the potato wedges, the calamari, the onion rings in plastic packets. Their battered fish was sitting in a bowl openly at the bottom of the freezer. I can't tell if the batter was done in-house or if that's how the fish was bought. But I can tell you one thing, I lost all my appetite for fish and chips. And then the biggest disappointment at the end was finding rib sauce in 12.5 litre card box containers. And of course, that sauce is commercially produced and again, full of sugar and full of stuff that you don't want to have in your diet. Now, is it just me? Am I naive thinking that when I go to a restaurant and pay money for food, that I imagine the food being prepared in-house and with love? Or is it the harsh reality that restaurants, especially in the low-cost market, depend on commercially and industrialized products so that they can stay competitive and offer their food at low-cost prices? I'm not saying you can't go out to restaurants anymore, but I definitely say ask the question. I hope that you will ask the question from now and ask the restaurant, where does your food come from? How do you prepare your food? Is your food made in-house from scratch? Staying healthy means being conscious about your food choices, and knowing where your food comes from is one of those important ingredients. Be more conscious of what you eat. Take care and take responsibility of what you put in your mouth. Question where your food comes from and make choices and be conscious about what you eat in order to stay healthy. It is great to get cheap meals, but if you pay with ill health for that, it's not worth it. If you enjoyed this video, I would love you to subscribe to my channel and share this video with your friends and family. Please feel free to leave a comment below. I promise I will answer. I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye bye. I think you may lots of additives in your food. Shit. What am I saying? What am I actually really saying? I want to say